Hello and welcome to the Ferret Business Podcast. I am your host, Yemmy the Ferret, aka Yemmy, aka DJ Yemmy. And with me today is the Canadian himself, the man of the hour, the live streamer, and Let's Player. Oh my gosh, he also runs a Discord. You know him, you'll love him.
You might know him. I don't know.
He's finally here. It's Cronocyde. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me, man. How are you?
I am doing excellent. You know, Cronocyde, this is the 50th episode of the podcast. And I think
it is.
I think it is perfect.
It's official, right?
Yes, it is officially the 50th episode.
All right. That's an honor, man. Thanks a lot.
I know it's... you were originally one of the first people I asked to come on to the podcast, and it's just...
Indeed.
It's been a tough time getting you on, but here we are. We're here, we're live, and we are talking, and I am very excited.
Yeah, sorry about that, man. The problem was that I was recording in my old office, and every time I had to drive there to actually record it. So that's why I'm super late, but I'm there. So that's the important part, right?
So you had an office away from home that you would record videos and stuff on?
Yep, at the beginning. Now I have my dedicated room at my home. But before that, I was recording at my job. So it was like a 10 minutes drive. So I was recording once a week. So that's why I wasn't like... I couldn't drive there every time. And when I was driving there, it was for recording. So that's why it was difficult for me to record the podcast with you.
Well, hey, I don't hold it against you. Promise me. It's fine.
I hope so.
So, Cronocyde, the first question that I have today for you is... So, you're from Canada, and you're from the French-speaking part of Canada, correct?
Indeed.
How hard was it to learn English?
Well, I moved when I was 18 years old. I moved like more than a year to Mississauga in Ontario, near Toronto. That's the South Shore of Ontario. So I learned English there, but there's a lot of speaking people in Montreal. So it wasn't too bad for me, but it's a challenge, that's for sure.
I know the British accent is the hardest one for you to understand, correct?
Yep. Australia is pretty hard too, actually.
Is it just the way they enunciate their words, or is it just what is it?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe it's the slang part of the accent. Maybe it. Sometimes people speak a lot faster than they think that they speak. For me, because my first language is actually French, for me, maybe it's difficult. Like, I understand you like correctly because you're not speaking too fast. But when you're speaking too fast with the accent on top of it, sometimes it's difficult for me to understand. But it's not too bad.
Is there any Canadian slang that you can tell me about? Any Canadian slang terms that you like to throw around?
In English or?
Either way, in French or English.
I don't know a lot of slang in English. I'm just trying to for people to understand me actually. So I'm not using a lot of slang.
Understandable.
But in French, there's a lot of slang and contraction too that we use, especially in Quebec. It's really different than France, for example.
So I know that Canada and the Brits.
Yep.
You were founded by the British people. Do you really care about what the British are doing now, or is it just like, we're distantly related now?
We don't talk about the British a whole lot, especially in Quebec. We are a very different culture in Quebec. It's different from all the rest of the Canada, actually. So we don't talk a lot about Europe in general. But yep, that's pretty much it. So no, the short answer is no. We talk a lot about you guys, though.
Oh.
Especially now.
Oh, is that because of the orange man in office?
What does that mean?
Our president, just
Yep.
Mr. Trump.
Yep. That's it, and all the taxes and everything. There's a lot of that in the news lately.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on recently that sometimes they're okay, sometimes they're not, and I think one of the biggest differences between here and there is we have more of we just have a different system of government, and things sometimes work out a little bit differently than you'd expect than from in Canada. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's all part of the culture too. We are like super close, but super different too. I think so.
So, how do you manage your time between work, YouTube, and family time?
I have now a schedule. Now that my office is now at home, it's really easier for me to record because I can record like once a night after everyone is in bed. So I can record and I can also edit all my videos at work actually. So that's easier for me now. But that's hard, man. That's hard to keep a schedule. My new schedule is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the videos at 1 p.m. And I live stream once a week. So it's kind of difficult, especially now that I have a 6 years old son. That takes a lot of time, but for me, it's just a hobby. You know, if I can make it a video on Friday, it's no big deal for me. It's not about money. It's just about fun, you know. And then,
Right.
That's a part-time for me.
And actually, Cronocyde, you were one of the first people to kind of reach out to me from the small YouTuber community, grab me and pull me in, because before that I was just kind of like in limbo. I didn't know really I didn't even know about the whole small YouTuber community, to be honest with you. And I do credit you for being one of the people to help draw me into that and start growing, and I do really appreciate that. How is the small YouTuber community different now than it was back then when things were just kind of getting started?
Well, first of all, I appreciate that, man. That really means a lot to me. That's what I'm trying to build, a community of people like me and like everyone else you're talking about especially the Discord server, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So before starting YouTube, I had like a plan. I'm watching a lot of Grand Pooh Bear and Ryu Car. I don't know if you know those two YouTubers. They are not huge by any means, but what they're trying to do is build a community around their channels and people that interact with each other, help each other's, and that join the live streams and talk to each other. It's like a little family, you know. So I was just trying to build something like that, and I think I succeed in building the Discord server. That's for sure, because there's a lot of people, almost already 200 members in the Discord server. So I think, and everyone is super friendly. There's not a lot of like trash talking and stuff like that. Right. Everyone is friendly. Everyone is helpful, and I'm just trying to like be genuine and be a cool dude with other YouTubers and subscribers too.
Let's talk a little bit about the trophy hunting that you do, because I actually originally found you through PSN profiles, and you were just posting your videos around, and I threw in my 2 cents about you should wear a beanie back then. PSN profiles and trophy hunting in general. How did you get into trophy hunting, and how did you stumble upon PSN profiles?
Well, PSN Profiles was like one of the first sites that I found that I love numbers. I love statistic. I was a lot on PS3 trophies. Now it's PlayStationTrophies.org. This is where I was trophy hunting and the trophy roadmap and the walkthrough for getting all the trophies in game. Now on PSN Profile, I think it's super slick, all the layout, the new layout. So I just love the number, and I'm a competitionist too. So trophy hunting for me was just natural. And there's a lot of, even before I started YouTube, I was super active there. There's a huge friendly community there. So it was only natural for me to share my videos in there. And that's actually in the top external source. PSN Profile is actually the best source where people actually watch my videos. So that means that it's working, you know?
Yeah,
and
that's awesome.
Yep. So trophies has always been a huge part of me, even in the SNES days and the NES days. And I was always trying to complete my games 100%, even before the trophies existed. So yeah, that's just a part of me. That's just natural for me.
So is that where your gaming career started? Was with the NES and the SNES?
Yep, exactly. Yep. I'm 31 years old now. The NES was the first console that I owned. I always wanted to play the artist game too. So that's why my new series, Hardcore Retro Games. This is where I play the artist game that I play in my childhood and trying to complete them in live stream. That's just pure fun for me.
And those episodes, well, I think you've only put out 1 or 2 episodes now recently. Hopefully, by the time this podcast uploads, there'll be a good bunch for people to watch. But they are really cool to watch you kind of, struggle and get through the levels. Though it's almost like the Mario Maker series, because you're constantly starting over, trying something different, and getting back in the game and not giving up, for the most part.
Yeah, I'm trying not to give up. Sometimes I give up in the live streams because some levels are ridiculous. But
and plus, you don't want to stay the whole time on that one level. You kind of need to give the other levels their justice.
Exactly. That's the thinking behind it. And each of my new series is I'm trying to bring the community in the series. Now people can send me levels on Super Mario Maker, and I try to record them and beat them. And even in the live streams, I have a queue system now, so people can join and type the level code in the chat, and I play them like in 5 minutes. So it's super cool to interact. I'm always trying to find new ways to interact with the community. So it's just not a buzzword for me. It's really what I'm trying to build.
And what game would you say is your favorite to live stream currently?
Probably Super Mario Maker, with the level of interest that it brings to the community, and the way that people join the chat and chat with me. And it's also, I'm trying to beat the artist stage. I think it's really cool to see in the live stream, because there's a lot of people just streaming GTA 5 and stuff like that, which is not like we've seen that before. I'm trying to bring to do something different and something like super cool to see.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome to watch you play Mario Maker, because you're very good at it. And I was wondering, where does that skill come from, playing the original Mario games, or is it something that's just kind of built up over time with playing different platformers?
That's definitely a part of me, that the platformers and the especially the platformers that are hard and that you need skills like Contra Tree and stuff like that, and mesmerizing patterns and stuff like that. That's really like my specialty. That's the best game that I can play.
And I know you've been doing polls to see which games you want to play live. Does it ever become frustrating because you want to play a specific game, but people vote for a different one?
Well, I'm just trying to gauge interest with the polls. Like, I won't probably play the winner of the polls. I might play it. I might not play it. I did one last week, and it was God of War. But if I don't feel like playing God of War and I like to play Super Mario Maker that night, I'll just play Super Mario Maker. Because like I said, it's just a hobby for me. Right. I'm just trying to have fun with the people. So if I don't feel like playing a game, I won't play it just for other viewers, because it would show if I'm not actually into the game,
Yeah, totally. I understand that. I just know one time you had like Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Mario Maker, and like Mario Kart on the list, and I was like, how does he decide, like if you really want to play Horizon, but everyone votes for God of War, I was just wondering, like, wouldn't it be just awful to be like, I was really hoping for Horizon Zero Dawn today, but I guess
yeah. Yeah, that sucks sometimes, but it's all games that I actually want to play. I won't put a game that I don't want to play in there, so it's no big deal for me.
Kind of going back to trophy hunting here for a second, I forgot to ask this question, but what is the hardest platinum trophy that you believe that you have gotten?
Yeah, I actually got this question a lot in the past. I think the hardest platinum trophy that I got so far was probably Ollie 2. I don't know if you know this game.
Oh yeah, I know
It's
that.
weird controls, a lot of inputs. Yep, like I said before, that's my specialty. So that's probably the hardest. It's the hardest on PSN profiles in terms of rarity, but it's the hardest for me in terms of skills too.
That's awesome. I liked playing Ollie 2. It was a fun game, but I don't think I'd ever go for the platinum trophy on that. So props to you for sure.
Thanks a lot, dude.
Although I have the Guitar Hero Live platinum trophy.
Oh man, this one is it's hard, man.
It was a big pain in the butt, I will tell you that. Getting a million strums was it was
there's a lot of grinding in there.
Yeah, it's
too,
a lot of grinding, and it was one of the last platinum trophies I actually worked for, and then I kind of stopped doing it for personal reasons. For you, what would be a reason why you would stop trophy hunting? Because for me, it was kind of consuming my life, and it was making gaming not fun for me anymore because I was trying for the trophies. I was just playing it leisurely like I usually do.
Yeah, we talked about this before, I think, in the Discord server, but right now I'm not trophy hunting purely. I'm just trying to get the trophies in the games that I actually care about. With the First Impression series, I'm playing a lot of games. I got a lot of free keys too. So I'm just playing the game and if I want to get that platinum because the game is fun, then I'll go for it. But all my gaming right now is purely for recording and live streaming. So I don't really play games outside of it. So right now, trophy hunting is just on the side, but I'm still trying to get the platinums in live streams, especially, and like Crash Bandicoots, I will get back to that game and get all the platinums. But if I don't enjoy the game, I won't grind anymore, like in Final Fantasy 13 or something like that.
Right? Yeah, I understand that. That's a good way to do it though, because it keeps you sane, I would say.
Yeah, because
you're not going for that My Name is Mayo trophy, that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the Discord that does that, easy platinums, but it's not nice for other people, It's not nice to see, it's not an accomplishment or something like that. So I prefer having one good platinum than 10 like bullshit platinums, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Sorry for the language, but
no, it's fine.
I'm not sure if I can do that.
Oh, this is an M-rated podcast for sure.
All right.
Yeah, I just
so
said,
you don't have to add the bits in there.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I had 2-bit players on earlier today, and they were like, "Can we swear?" And I'm like, "No, you cannot fucking swear on this fucking podcast."
Yeah, I saw that on the Discord that you just leave.
Yeah.
2-bit.
Yeah.
I don't actually know the dudes, but it seems interesting.
Yeah, they're cool guys. They kind of do the same thing as you. They kind of play games at their leisure and get things done.
Yep.
So you've gotten a few freebie keys from publishers and indie developers. And
exactly,
I know you probably don't want to talk about it, but I must know, how do you truly...
I know where you're going with that. Where you're going with that.
How do you truly feel about Save the Ninja Clan? Pour it out to me.
I knew it, dude. I knew you were going there. Yep, that's just a bad game that I receive on key mailer from the publisher Sometimes You. I think they actually watched the video. I wasn't too harsh on the game, but the first impressions video means that I'll tell my first impressions of the game, and I'll do a quick review at the end of the video. And if I don't like the game, I'll just say that I don't like the game. Like, I got a free key, yes, but it's just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not paid by any of the companies. I'm just getting free keys, and if I don't like the game, like Save the Ninja Clan, but that's actually the only games that I really hate. So it wasn't. Yeah, it was a bad game.
Did they ever respond or anything to your video, or you just think they watched it?
I think they watched it because they actually liked my tweet, which I found like they actually just like the tweet and didn't watch the video. I don't know, but I think they retweeted it too. So that was weird for me. I think Maybe they didn't watch the video. I don't know.
I think the way it goes is like any press is good press. So if your game's getting ripped apart by, let's say, a small YouTuber like yourself, they'll be like, oh, well, maybe people will be interested in, trying it out for themselves because, this guy says it's so bad. Sometimes it goes like that,
Yep, exactly. And like channels like Dashi or PewDiePie, they actually play like bad games, and the games get really popular in terms of YouTubers because they are just bad games to play and it's funny to play them. I'm not sure if Save the Ninja Clan falls into that category too, but yep, any press is bad press, like you said.
Let's flip the switch here. Let's talk about your favorite free key code game that you've gotten from a publisher.
Oh, that's probably Moonlighter, man. I live streamed it last week, I think. This game is just pure fun. I got also Rainbow Skies. I don't know if you heard about it.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Rainbow Moon, then?
I can't.
No, it's a strategy game, like Japanese strategy game. Rainbow Moon was a huge success, and Rainbow Sky is a sequel to that. So that's pretty much a huge game, and I was surprised that the publisher actually sent me key for a game huge like that. It's like $40 on the PlayStation Store right now. So I was quite happy about that. Just trying to, I won't do a series because the game is way too long for a series, but I'm planning to do a live stream of this game.
Well, that's awesome.
Yep.
So I prepared a little game here for us, and it is called Canada Facts True or False. And I want to see how much you know about your own country of Canada. And these are all 100% true. I did not make any of these up, except for the ones that are false, of course. But okay. I do have the true answers for them. So if you do get one wrong, or you don't know one, I can give you the correct answer.
All right. Just before you start, Quebec and Canada are like super different, super separated too. So I might get a little bit of wrong answers in there.
Maybe this will be more of a learning experience. Maybe you'll learn something new about your country.
All right, let's do this.
So number one, this is the easiest one that I got for you. True or false? Canada is the second largest country in the world next to Russia.
I would say yes, probably.
Yes, that is true. They are.
All right.
Just a little shy of Russia.
And the third is probably like the US, right?
It didn't say. I don't know.
Oh, you don't even know about your country, dude?
I know that it's big.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's the third one.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Because you can't really count like Germany or France or the UK because they're a part of Europe, but the US and Canada are two separate countries. So I would agree. I think that we are the third. I think that's logical.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So number two, true or false? Canada consumes more macaroni and cheese than any other nation in the world.
Mac and cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's probably false.
Ooh, that is true.
Oh, really? I don't even like mac and cheese, to be honest. Like in the Discord, someone said, "Oh, mac and cheese," and I said, "What is mac and cheese?" I don't know the English term,
Noodles
so
and cheese.
Not in Quebec, at least. I don't think so.
What would your favorite food be then? What's your favorite Crono snack?
Probably pizza, I would say.
Oui, pizza.
Yep.
Do you have a favorite kind, like like a barbecue or pepperoni or?
Just all dress,
Yeah. Just throw anything on. Yeah.
Yeah. I like pretty much all the food. I like food. Food is good.
Yeah. Food is good. If you check my scale, it'll agree with me.
You can quote me on that if you want. That might be the title of your podcast. I don't know.
All right, number 3 for Canada, true or false? Canada declared war on Japan in 1941. They declared war on Japan after the attack on Pearl Harbor and after the U.S. did. True or false?
I would say false. That's probably the U.S., right?
Actually, Canada, yes, it is false. And actually, Canada declared war before the U.S. did after the attack on Pearl Harbor, which is kind of kind of crazy if you ask me, because it's like, we were the ones attacked, but Canada was like, we're stepping up first. Gotcha.
Yeah, and Canada is probably one of the most pacific country out there too. So yep, that surprised me that we even did that.
Number 4 on Canada True and False here. Canada is an Iroquoian, which is a Native American language word. The Canada in Iroquoian means cold. True or false?
Mean cold?
True or false?
What? Can you repeat the question? Like the last word of the question means.
Canada in Iroquoian language means cold.
Cold? That's probably true because Canada is really cold, man.
Ooh, but it's false because it means village.
All right. That's true too. There's a lot of village out there.
Number 5. Parts of Canada have less gravity than the rest of the world.
What does that mean?
So the force that keeps you on the ground, gravity.
Yeah, I know what gravity is.
Oh.
I you don't have to explain what gravity means, I'm just trying what does the question mean? Like less gravity?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I would say true.
And that is true. Parts of Canada, you will actually feel lighter than in other parts. It didn't specifically say where, but
okay.
I'm inclined.
That's crazy.
I'm inclined to believe a scientific website.
Okay. I would like to have your sources after that, though.
Sure, I can send you over the slides. The slideshow.
All right.
Number 6. America tried to invade Canada twice, and we won both times.
That's probably false because it's only one time, right? And you won, and you bring us like in the north, and you took the south part.
Actually, we invaded twice, that is true, and we actually lost both times. The War of 1812 and I believe it was 1776. 2 times we tried to invade Canada, and I believe it was the War of 1812 that Benedict Arnold was a big player in. And the funny thing about him is there's a college in, I believe it's Michigan, that has a statue of his foot that was shot during the last war against Canada in the 1700s, and the people there are like, yeah, this is the only part of Benedict Arnold that was American. The rest of it, you chop off his leg. The rest of him is Canadian.
At least we won something, right?
Yeah, there you go. And there was actually I live right next to Lake Erie, and there was actually a very large ship battle that happened between Canada and the U.S. in Lake Erie itself, and there are actually some ships still at the bottom of the lake, which is kind of cool.
All right, that's cool.
Question: true or false? Number 7. I'm sorry. This is actually, yes, it is number 7. Sorry. Canada was the 3rd country to go to space.
So the first one was you guys, and the second was Russia.
Mother Russia.
And the third one was probably us. Who else, right?
That is true. In 1962, Canada went to space, and it is actually one of the best space programs out there.
Yep.
Did you ever want to be an astronaut when you were a kid?
Nope.
What did you want to be when you were a kid?
I don't know the word in English, but with working with the animal.
Like a veterinarian.
Exactly. Yeah, that.
Yeah, I wanted to be a garbage man.
Oh, that's really bad though. That's a hard job.
I know. I grew up and I was like, that's kind of disgusting. I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, that's not a bad job. I didn't want to say that like that, but it's a hard job for the body,
Mm-hmm. All right, number 8 out of 10, just to let you know.
Okay.
Number 8, the Eiffel Tower was originally in Canada in 1967.
I never heard about that, so I would say false.
The Eiffel Tower is one of the in France it's like the attraction to go to, right? It's that big metal tower. It was actually almost, so this is false, it was almost temporarily relocated to Canada in 1967. I don't know why, but it almost was moved to Canada. It wasn't originally there.
I never heard about that. That's actually interesting, man.
All right, number 9. This one's a little controversial. The Hawaiian Pizza was invented in Canada.
I hate that, man. Pineapple doesn't belong on pizza,
That is so true. And
so I would say false.
Actually, It's true.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
Hawaiian pizza was invented in Canada, and it is also the most popular pizza in Australia.
All right. We are learning things.
Yeah, pineapple on pizza is like something that and the band Attila will agree with me. It's just definitely not. No, it should not be on pizza.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Like, I'll have pineapple with shish kebabs, but pizza?
Nope. And pineapple is actually good, but on pizza, it's like destroying a pizza, you know?
All right, Cronocyde, the last one here, number 10. And this one might be even more controversial than the last one.
Holy moly. All right, let's do this.
There was a prime minister in Canada once who worked as a priest and a skiing instructor.
Okay.
True or false?
If it's controversial, I would say yes. I would say true.
Ooh, actually, it's more controversial than what I said.
Okay.
He was actually a nightclub bouncer and a snowboarding instructor, as well as the Prime Minister of Canada.
All right, and his name was? Do you have the name?
Oh, I have the name. I have the name here. I'll have it up toot sweet for you. Hold on one second. I have to see that these slides. They take so long to go through. I'll get there. Don't worry. I'll get there real quick. I got a trigger finger. I've played a lot of Call of Duty.
So usually on your podcast, you have like a super speedy question at the end, if I'm not mistaken. It depends.
I did that just for Coco Gamer.
Ah, all right.
But I guess I could ask you speedy questions here, fast firing questions if you want.
Well, I have time. Yeah, it's fun. I actually enjoy that.
All right. Oh, here it is. I got it. His name was Justin Trudeau.
Oh, it's the one currently in place.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow, there you go. I learned something new too.
Yep.
Well,
you don't know that about the relation between Trump and Trudeau?
I don't know.
Okay, they talk a lot.
They do. Oh, well,
Not sure if they are friends though, but
I mean, they might be. They've done some. I guess they've done some similar things here.
I don't want to go all political, but
no, that's and you know, I really don't try to go political on the podcast. Of course, I just like to touch on things every once in a while.
All right.
But hey, let's go ahead with the quick fire questions here. I'm going to be making these off the top of my head too, so I'm going to be surprising myself as well. So if you are ready, we're going to quick fire some questions here for the end of the podcast, and we're going to see how fast you can and how quickly you can answer them, and how fast and quickly I can and make them up on the spot.
All right, let's do this, man.
Question 1: favorite character in Mario?
Mario.
Favorite character in God of War?
Probably Kratos, man.
A first ever game you live streamed?
Oh, dude. What was it? Super Mario Maker, I would say. Is it? Is that it? I don't know. Nobody knows.
Ooh, it looks.
We'll have to check back.
Yeah, we'll have to check that.
Oh no, it's Super Meat Boy. It's Super Meat Boy. Yep.
Favorite color of Cronocyde?
Blue. The blue from my picture, actually. That's my favorite color.
Favorite weapon to use in Wolfenstein?
In Wolfenstein? I don't know. I don't even know one gun. So I would say pistol. Let's say pistol.
The pistol?
Yeah, why not?
Favorite moment in Super Mario Odyssey?
That's probably the last episode, man. The Japanese settings. I also like the big dragon, the big boss. That was surprising to me. Yep.
Least favorite game you've played on the channel so far?
You know that answer, dude. Save the Ninja Clan.
Favorite Telltale game out there?
Walking Dead Season 1.
Ooh, nice choice.
Yep, I like this one.
Favorite Crash Bandicoot game?
The third one.
And
I thought we can elaborate on this.
Yeah,
one,
go ahead.
Okay, I thought the first one, the levels were quite simple, and especially some levels that are really hard, but it's just a matter of platforming. And the platforming in the first Crash Bandicoot And then the original PS1 was not as slidey as the remake. So when I was playing the remake, the slidiness of Crash on especially the bridge level, I don't remember the name, Road to Nowhere, I think it's called. That one was frustrating to me, man. So the third one.
Yeah, I think the third one's my favorite too. It's the fastest one. You know, you can run, you can slide, you can jump higher.
Double jump too.
Yeah, double jumping. It's definitely my favorite too. I agree with you there.
Nice.
Actually, I believe the first live stream you had. Hold on. I thought, yeah, it was Super Meat Boy.
Oh man, that's
you got it correct.
It's The Walking Dead. It's The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead.
Yeah. It's a long time, man. It's almost 1 year old.
Yeah, it's very.
1 year ago. 1 year ago.
It's crazy
Yeah.
how.
Time flies by, man.
Yeah, I know. It feels like we just met yesterday, just joined the Discord yesterday. You know, it's all going by so fast.
Yeah, I started in September last year, and there we go.
And last question for you today, Cronocyde. And I actually forgot to ask this earlier, but I just want to know, where does the name Cronocyde come from? And actually, your name used to be Cyan Power. So let's start with Cyan Power first, and then how did it evolve into Cronocyde?
Well, there's no relation between the two names. Cyan Power is an old name that I choose like when I was when I first created an account on the internet. Cyan is a character from Final Fantasy III, which is probably my second best game of all time. I love the backstory of Cyan in the game, like losing all his family. It was a tragic story. So that was a moving story for me in the original Final Fantasy III on the Super Nintendo. And Cronocyde, Crono is from Chrono Trigger. That's really simple. There's no H in there because Crono in the original Chrono Trigger doesn't have the H in there. So that's like the old style Chrono. From the inside, I just thought it sounds cool. So Cronocyde, there you go. So yep. I like it when I'm joining a live stream or something like that, and someone say your name, you know, Cronocyde. I just think it sounds good, you know. And nobody uses that on the internet. So if you type Cronocyde on Google, that's just all my links all over the place. Twitter is Cronocyde, YouTube Cronocyde, Instagram Cronocyde. I created all the accounts that I wanted that name. So it's all Cronocyde on all social platforms too.
And all trademark too, right?
Oh no trademark.
No
yet.
trademark yet.
Do you have a trademark?
No, I don't have a trademark yet.
I don't know how that works actually.
Yeah, it's all legal stuff, you know. It's just kind of getting the. I don't even know. I haven't even done any research myself, to be honest with you. But I have the same predicament. I'm original. My name's original. My Twitter handle original. Everything's original about my name, and I kind of want to get onto every platform that I can too, to just kind of take the name and make sure no one else can pretend to be me or anything like that.
Yeah, that's pretty unique too. I like your name, man.
Thank you so much. My original name for PlayStation, Muskratateer, I was almost going to use that, but a lot of people don't get the reference, and so I decided I'll just go with Yemmy the Ferret because I've had the name for 15 years in my head and on paper and in stories, so I said I might as well use that instead of Muskratateer because not many people are get that joke that I made.
Yeah, I don't get it. So you were right.
So you know the Three Musketeers, right?
Yep.
The muskrat is an animal.
Okay.
And I just meshed the two words together, Muskratateer.
Okay. But it's confusing in my opinion. So Yemmy the Ferret is much better.
I get that. It is. And when people see me online, they're always messing it up, and I'm like, I'd rather have a name that is easily pronounced and easy to read. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Just like
so, everybody call me Crono, and there's like one people which is actually player 2. You know this dude, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I know.
He calls me Cron. Which he didn't get, you're supposed to call me Crono. It's easy, right?
Yeah, it's easy. Sometimes player 2 makes things a little bit more complicated.
I love him, man. He's a good dude.
Right. Well, hey, that is all the time I have today with the one and only Cronocyde. All his links will be down in the description below, including Twitter, Discord, his Discord link, his PSN profile, and of course his YouTube channel. So make sure you check him out. Crono, is there anything else that you want to add? Any people you want to shout out? Anything like that that you want to say before we end the podcast?
No, not really, man. In the community Discord server, there's a lot of beautiful people in there. So if you want to join the community, that's pretty much what I would say right now. Join the community, interact with people, and you can also promote yourself. But the important part of this is the community. So if you want to join the beautiful community, go right ahead. The link is in the description, like Yemmy said.
Yeah, the community is a big part of YouTube, and I think that a lot of people, when they start off, they just want to grow fast, and that's usually with the sub for sub kind of strategy, and that's not how you get monetized if that's your end game, you know what I'm saying? So I think joining a community like Cronocyde's, like any other one that you can find on Discord that is based around the channel, I think that's a good place to start if you're looking for a place to kind of go and share your content.
Exactly. You cannot explode on YouTube like the next day. You have to grind, and with people that are grinding too, that's pretty much I think the only way to do it. You're right, dude.
Alrighty, well, I am the host, Yemmy the Ferret, and I was here with the one and only Cronocyde, as I said, and this has been another episode of the Ferret Business Podcast.